Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Something Metal. It's been a while since I did one of these videos, so I just wanted to make one because uh, we had a snowstorm today. I had plans, and they got ruined because of the storm. The storm just stopped. And I figured I haven't done one of these in a while, so why the heck not? In my hands right now, I am holding the cover to one of probably my favorite albums ever. This is Tool's first EP, Opiate. And I gotta say, like, when I first heard about Tool, I wasn't very attracted to them at first. Why? Because I just didn't get a liking to them, especially because at the time I was focusing more on bands like Slipknot and bands pretty much in the heavy metal and nu metal area. Then I kind of discovered Tool a little bit on my own and a little bit by my friend. And my friend was like, "Oh, you'll really like this song," and I listened to it, and honestly, I didn't have any liking toward it. But then, later on, I would hear from the Lateralis album, I heard Ticks and Leeches, which was probably one of my favorite songs ever, because it starts off heavy, then it's slow, then it's heavy again. So, when I saw this, I was like, this is a Tool album. This looks weird for a Tool album. And the reason why I thought this was weird is because this has no sound to what Tool has now. Tool has this weird sound where they're progressive metal. And they're very sciencey, based on aliens, based on just science in general. And when I saw this, especially their first full album, Undertow, I thought these can't be Tool albums because they don't sound like Tool albums, but nonetheless, I think that these are probably, this one especially, is probably my favorite album, one of my favorite albums. The reason probably why I like this album is first, that artwork. Look at that artwork. It's got a priest with 6 arms, and look at his eyes. That's just beautiful. This is a 6-song EP too. The sides are Sweat, Hush, Part of Me, Cold and Ugly, Jerk Off, and then their song Opiate. Something that really attracted me towards this album, not just the artwork, was the sound that it didn't have Tool's original sound. Tool started out mainly as, I guess you could call them a hard rock punk band. And this was also before they had, I believe it was Justin Chancellor as the bassist. Even now I can't stop looking at this artwork. And it's just amazing because you see this priest, and there are a couple songs on it, such as Sweat and Opiate, which are majorly heavy into religion. Opiate, especially because Opiate is about pretty much like a bunch of kids, like they don't know what they want to do, who they want to be, etc. So they look towards religion, and religion pretty much says, "Hey, I'll be your teacher, and you'll do everything I want you to. Don't ask any questions, because that's what I do." Right now, I have Opiate on right now, so I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But then again, considering YouTube, I probably don't want you guys to hear it. And I think one of the cool things about this album and Undertow, specifically this album though, I want to focus on this album, Undertow probably later, is that you don't really get a sense of the prog feel until their second album, their second full length, Anima, I don't know how to pronounce their name, but this album really spoke to me because it's just so, I don't even know how to put it into words sometimes. But this album is an awesome album in my opinion, despite the fact that it has only just 6 songs and it being an EP. And I would have loved to see what Tool had done for the future had they followed this path and kept the basis that they had on this album and Undertow before Justin Chancellor. Not that, of course, any other albums afterwards were any bad. Because let's face it, Anima was a great album. I believe it was one of their music videos off that album got an award, and it was just a fantastic album, especially following after it Lateralis and 10,000 Days. And I gotta tell you, I'm a very big Tool fan now because of the first two albums, and after giving it some time, because I believe after Ticks and Leeches, it was on the second album, Anima, that I found Hooker with a Penis and Stinkfist were my two favorite songs off that album. And it's been almost a decade now that, well, it has been a decade that Tool has released anything. And only now that we are getting information, not a lot, but some information, that Nurgle of Behemoth, the Melvins, those guys have been getting a chance to look at some of Tool's current work, which I'm very glad that it's taken them a long time, of course, maybe because of their creative differences or whatever, especially Maynard, the singer of Tool, is in two other bands, A Perfect Circle and Pussifer, to finally get on track and do something. But then again, what would I know? So I'm not really going to make this video any longer because don't have much to do, and I pretty much just wanted to give my thoughts and feelings about this album. Other than that, I love it, and it's one of my favorites. So this is Josh, this is Something Metal. Thank you for watching, wherever you are. Thank you for watching.